to be so good. Yo, how's it going? How's it going?
What's going on?
Welcome to Magnify.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited. So Magnify is a podcast, obviously. But it's a podcast that talks about how we can magnify our gifts in God. You know what I'm saying? God has given us a gift and a journey to do in life. And this podcast is just here to show people who's walking the path of these guests that we're going to be bringing on throughout the season, and you know what I'm saying, are just looking for a nice, good starting point in their career. So we're gonna be bringing people on of different careers, of different journeys.
Absolutely.
And they're going to just magnify their gift on this podcast and show us, you know what I'm saying, how they do, how they got to do what they need to do.
Absolutely.
For this podcast.
Absolutely.
All right? So that's what Magnify is about, is magnifying our gifts in God. What is so funny?
I kept saying absolutely. I thought that was going to be my segue into me saying what this is about. So I said absolutely like 4 times. And I'm like, I could just hear the viewers like, why does this dude keep saying absolutely? He's not letting him speak.
Anyway, my name is Legendary.
I am the chosen one.
All right, and we are in a rap group called U.H.G. It stands for Under His Grace.
Yes.
We live and operate outside of Toledo,
Ohio. Because there's another Toledo.
Yes, Spain.
In Spain, and we are not in Spain at all.
No.
We are in Toledo, Ohio, 419. But, like he said, this season of this podcast, we will be talking about how do you navigate your gift with a small support system. Meaning, how it can be, whatever that support system is, it can be that you live in a small city. It can be that you really don't have the income to fulfill. So how do I begin to even branch out? How do I network? Where's my starting point? I'm at my starting point. Where do I go from here? Is how do I navigate my calling, my gift, my vision when I have a small support system? So we will be bringing on different guests to expand on it, from whether you pastor, rapper, singer, artist, dancer, whatever your calling is, whatever that vision is, we will be touching on it, we'll be speaking on it, and we'll just be giving y'all good dialogue.
Absolutely. And, this year in particular, I mean, we've been doing music for a while, and it seems like every year, you know what I'm saying, we learn new things, and I try to implement these new things in our own music career.
Absolutely.
And there's a guy that said that it doesn't matter what you have. You just got to start. On this podcast in particular, I've been thinking about starting a podcast for a while. I done had that name Magnify in my file for about a year. Wasn't really sure what God gave that name to me for. Like I said, it took a year for me to realize, okay, so the name that you gave me, this is what that name was for. But as I'm doing research about, podcasts and starting podcasts, there's a guy I ran across, and he said that you will never be ready. You just got to start. That if you're waiting for different things and to get different stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm Googling microphones, I'm Googling cameras, I'm Googling all types of stuff. And he said just whatever you got, start with that. Because if you're waiting for all of this high-end equipment or these equipments that you feel you need to match up with other people, you will never start. You just, if you got something, if you got the basics, Start with the basics, and then just go. Just start what you need to start, and then go from there.
And that's like a nice little glimpse of what this season on Magnify is gonna be about. Like, okay, I'm trying to navigate. Where do I start? How do I start? It's just like that with what you have. What God would never give you a vision and it would not be fulfilled. So with what I have, that's what I'm gonna start with, and I'm gonna let God build the rest
Right.
and stuff. So that's yeah. So like how the dude said, in order for you to start a podcast, you have to start a podcast. In order for you to start a business, you have to start the business, and things like that. So like yeah, so that's a nice little glimpse of what this season is going to be about. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to dialogue. I'm ready to dive into it. It's so many layers. That's why we're gonna have so many different speakers. There's so many layers to navigating your calling that God gave you, because the picture is always close up. You never see the big picture of what God has for you. And so there's so many layers and there's so much to talk about and to undig that this season, and I feel like the season that we're in the world, with social media driven and things like that, that's like you can go viral like that overnight and stuff like that. And so many times it could be a gift and a curse, because by you going viral so fast, you don't really gain the knowledge of what's next. What do I do next? Because you just went viral off that one video. So now you got to figure out, how do I make 1,000,000 more of those one videos without getting the viewers tired or whatever? Because really, this social media thing, these people mindsets is a minute short now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It gets shorter and shorter as these years go on. So I'm excited about this season, man, on Magnify, on how do we navigate your gift.
Absolutely. And then to touch bases on the whole big picture, I believe it was the child movie Moses, if I'm not mistaken. In that movie, after he, kills the guy, he runs off, and then he meets his future wife and their and her family. They have a party or whatever. And the dad, there's a song that starts about, seeing the big picture. And he starts it off that a single thread doesn't know what it's making. All he sees is his thread and whatever thread is next to him. It doesn't see the entire tapestry that he's orchestrating. Like, we just see ourselves. It's hard to see the giant tapestry that God is creating when, when we're first starting off. And, when we're first, going in our journey, we don't fully see exactly what it is that God is making out of us.
Absolutely. And make sure that y'all go on, I'm going to let my brother tell y'all everywhere that this will be posted on, but make sure y'all go ahead and start liking our Facebook pages, our YouTube pages. Make sure y'all go to our websites, because we're going to be dropping these as much as possible. Y'all might mess around and get 4 that day. You never know the way God moves and what comes up out of it. But make sure y'all ready. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all follow, because you do not want to miss what we about to talk about in this season of Magnify.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so video-wise, it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook. So, if you're more of a video watcher for podcasts, and, you'll have that option. And then as far as, if you just riding down the street and you just want to listen to the audio, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be on everything from Apple Music to Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're listening to currently is going to be on there.
Yeah, what do all they got to type in?
You know what I'm saying? And then you just type in Magnify, you know what I'm saying? Or you can type in the U.H.G. It's going to all be linked. That way you can find it no matter what you type in to find us. So, yeah. So like he said, we'll have awesome guests. And you know what I'm saying? We just go keep doing this. The goal is to at least get one out to you guys once a week, which is going to be every Saturday. We go post one up every Saturday, a new episode. So make sure you stay posted, stay tuned. But because we got a few people already pre-lined up, and it's gonna be an awesome time.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I just want to thank y'all in advance and appreciate y'all support. Like he said, we've been rapping for a while now, and we done seen God move in miraculous ways. We done been blessed to share stages with some of y'all favorite artists. No need to do a rundown, but we done been blessed to be one of those go-to artists when people want to plan stuff or have stuff. So we thank God for that. So we thank God for y'all support. We thank God for y'all streaming the songs on Spotify that we drop. Be on the lookout. We got a couple more stuff coming. We got some music videos we working on. Not to take away from the podcast, but since y'all here, and we do have that. So make sure, you know what I mean? So make sure y'all subscribe all the way around, whether y'all want to tap into the music or y'all want to tap into the podcast. And we would love to catch y'all feedback on all of it. If there's something that God laid on your heart that you want us to talk about, feel free to hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up. I believe there's a spot that they can write us on our website that y'all can go to. Hit us up. If it's a comment section under the YouTube videos, make sure you leave a comment. If there's something you want us to talk about or branch about, if it's something that you want to know about, whether it is about recording or it's about how do we start a podcast or how do I start writing gospel music or whatever the case is. I want to make beats. Whatever it is that God laid on your heart that you want to ask, feel free to leave it, and we'll most definitely address it on the other episodes that we do.
Yeah. So like stay tuned. We have a whole lot more coming, and we appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to our introductory to Magnify.
Absolutely. God bless.
God bless.